we'll start from the top and just go through the stocks that we didn't highlight, that we don't have in our portfolio. Those are the ones we are going to analyze to have them ready for the next day the market will open. So AJG, let's get out of the monthly chart here and go back to 1 year daily chart. AJG just keep climbing the mountain. Wow, look at it, that's nice. We sold it somewhere here. I don't know where we bought it. We sold it somewhere here, but this just keep going. So it needs to pull back before we get back in. Okay, we bought it here. It went downhill from there. And when it start going up, it just keep going. Good. So now we'll go to the next one. That's the arrow that I put on the chart is the extent of my Juno for swing trading. I tend to write down when I bought, when I sold things, but I didn't go back to them. And I found that putting arrow on the chart where I bought, where I sold, it just put things in perspective for me. I use that way more than going to my PowerPoint to read about what I put down related to a particular stock. But you know, it's good to have those notes at the beginning if you want. There is a note that I think is kind of worth for me to have is, do you see this high here? Sometimes when the first bar, the first green bar of the day, like, I don't know what I'm going to find an example here. Do you see this bar, for instance? It could be a high here. Let's say after a pullback, this arrow should have been here. I don't know why it's kind of skewed here. So if by the time I'm trying to make the purchase, I'm seeing this high, I'm seeing it above here, that's something I like to wonder. Should I buy, because it already reached a highest point here, should I buy it or not? And in the past I won't buy, and sometimes it will continue to go up, but this day I will place the order for it. If that's the first bar after a pullback and it reached a new high, I'll just place an order. There is no really gap there, the price gap between them. I'll just place the order to buy. Sometimes it will continue to go up, sometimes it will pull back before it will continue the trajectory. So it goes both ways. So I just choose one option and just go from there. So that means when it goes down, I will have unrealized loss in the account. When it goes up, I will have a profit there. But by trying to go, sometimes buy, sometimes not buying it, the eye may not be in your favor. It just remind me of when I was in high school. We had biology class. Biology was my major in high school because I was in a type of major that I'm not very good in pure science and I'm not very good in literature, but I'm good in all of them. So I was in a major type of program that biology was the highest one, followed by math, physics, and chemistry, and then literature was below, a little bit below. So like in point wise, so biology was the highest point. But man, I couldn't understand the biology, most of the biology chapters that we studied. And one of them was GNA. It's not so much of the GNA, but it's eye color. And I'm an African, and most of us has brown eyes. But then we'll have those tests that they will say, okay, the parents, one parent has brown eyes, one has green eyes, the grandparent has a certain eye color, and then they will say, okay, what color the baby eye will be? And I'll ask myself, well, how do I know that? So, and then I would just, it was just so confusing. The teacher will explain it, and I just couldn't get it. And there was a child, a student in the classroom that, you know, she's very good, she's smart, she's very good, and she scored high in a lot of classes, and I was just not the only one couldn't get those things. And at some point the biology class will ask the student if he's not right. After explaining things, when we found it more confusing, the whole class, most of the people in the class found it more confusing, he'll turn to the student and ask the student if he's now right. He will just laugh that the teacher is asking for confirmation from a student, but I just couldn't get that right. So what I will do is I will guess. Sometimes during the test, well, I'll guess blue, sometimes I'll guess brown, and sometimes I'll get it right, sometimes I'll get it wrong. So I'll just keep doing that, and I'll say, okay, last time I said brown, so this time let's try blue. But the problem won't be the same problem. So just switching between the answers, most of the time I'll get it wrong. I just couldn't understand why green-eyed mother, brown-eyed father would have. I just couldn't understand it, because again, we all have brown eyes in my opinion, at least that's what I thought. But again, in a culture where you don't see Caucasian often, so I just couldn't understand it, and maybe I don't know how the professor was explaining it, that's why. But it turned out that brown is kind of recessive trait or something like that. Anyway, my husband even tried to explain it to me now, and I still don't get it. But I'm sorry, we went off topic. So again, coming back to this, yeah, trying to switch my between high, should I buy, should I not buy, and trying to change my answer each time. I think I might get it wrong most of the time. Than just stick to, if it reached a high on that day that I'm supposed to buy it, I will buy it anyway, because it can only go north or south. So yeah, but that's just my, again, one of the perks of my swing trading strategy here. Okay, so where were we? Let's plug our computer here. But okay, so AJG BKNG. So BKNG. So BKNG, let's see. We have greens here, so we let it be. We need to see the red. Again, the red means the price went down that day, and I like to call it a pullback. It opened, but closed at a lower price. So it went down. Every single bar is 1 day worth. So that is a pullback here. This is going up. That means it opened at the price at the bottom. The price is on the Y here, and then close at the end of the day at a price that is higher. For overall that day, the price went up, even though within that day there will be fluctuation up and down, but for the overall day, the price it opened at 9:30 Eastern time, no, 8:30 Eastern time, and the price it closes at 4 Eastern time. You know, the price it closes higher, so it will be represented by a green bar on my chart. And I think it was just the color that swing of team have for them by default, and I kept it. Some trying to make all of them the same color or so. I don't. I use those color quite a bit to make decision, buying and selling decisions. So I like them. So I want to see the pullback before I get in here. I just don't look at the descent to interpret it as a pullback. I use the color because it could go up, and I still say the pullback because this one reached a high here, but in my mind is a pullback because the price went down that day. So if it start green, I will buy it, and which I did here. Even though this is a descent here, I still got in. and made a profit enough to sell it the next day. So I used the color. Maybe I should add that to my swing trading strategy, but I use color in my decision making as well. So the next one, CATS and CL. Let's see if we can memorize those two things. CATS has a pullback. Oh, nice. So we have our first peak of the day, CATS. If I go, we can, okay. We still on a uptrend there. Yes. So we still on an uptrend. So let's mark it red. If it start green from there, we buy. Let's use red. Okay, CL. Okay, CL is in a downtrend. Let's leave it alone for now. DECK. So this one, yeah, is the pullback again yesterday. That's why we didn't buy. Let's see. It's still on uptrend line, so let's mark it red. If it turns around, we get in. Google. We know for a fact that Google is still down, but who knows? You never know. You can have a jump. Yeah, still down. Let's leave it like that for now. HD. HG has a pullback. I'm a little bit resistant buying these HG and lows because they tend to be kind of seasonal. I bought lows and the lows is still there. So we have a pullback here. We have dividend earning here though. Anyway, let's mark it red and see what will happen that day. LEN. Let's check lows here. We have it in the account. You see, I bought it and it went down and down and down. It has not gone high enough for us to sell it yet, so it's still in the account. Lows. Yeah, $88 negative. Okay, so the next one, LEN. I believe LEN is in a kind of short-term down. Yeah, we leave it alone. It's kind of down. It has multiple mountain to surpass first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave it alone for now to overcome them first. MA. MA is on the green. Is on the climb. So let's leave it alone. When it pullbacks, we go in. MAR. MAR pullback. We still have our trend line going on here. Let's trace it. I like to just eyeball it, but we still have our up trend line going on, and we can even trace a shorter one from here. That those lows as leaning on for support. We have a pullback there. When they start going up, we buy. So we are going to mark it red. It's Marriott, so it is like November. People are buying hotel things or what? Like people are traveling. I think it's at the end of the year, holidays. People travel, right? Maybe we might see a claim in the stock price around the holiday. MCK. So MCK start going up from here. I still don't know though. One green, and we have a pullback here. Okay, so we will mark it red. If it start going up from there, we get in. That will depend on how green that next bar will be. If we have tendency of going up, we get in. MMC. MMC, we have a pullback yesterday that we sold it. Okay, let's see. We have a consolidation here for a while before we have this up here. We have a pullback. If we start going up, we get it. So let's make it red. Last time we got it is stay in our account for 2 months though. So MMC don't do that. We bought it here, and we have the consolidation time frame, and we had it to wait. Let's extend this. What I'm looking at is this area that it touch it here. I want to keep it there while I'm moving it, wherever it goes. And I have this bar, it touched that point, but I don't know where it's coming from. We must have traced it on the maximum monthly chart. So I'm going to extend it and just keep looking at that low area that is touching so that it remain there. So we have those trend lines that we will evaluate the chart movement in relation to it. So when it's coming down, as long as it's not below it, we think maybe it's just trying to go back to those long-term trend line. So, but for now, it's above it. And here is the things too. At the beginning, I need to tend to wait for that to come to the trend line before I get in. And then I noticed that some of them will pull back and start going up without coming back to the trend line for a while. So, and we see quite a bit here, and actually quite a bit here. But when it decided to go back to the trend line, well, I had to wait 2 months before I became profitable to sell it yesterday. But again, that's something to consider. If you decided to trade on a short-term trend line, after the end of that short-term trend line, it might try to go back to the long-term, to the next long-term trend line that it veered from, and before going up again. And I just let it be in the account as long as it takes. I know that I started with a good stocks to begin with, and if it pays dividend, even better. I might have a few cents from it in the meantime. So I do not put stop loss on our swing trades. Again, I make sure I pick good stocks that I can invest in long term, so that if it goes south, it becomes an investment. If it goes north, it becomes a swing trade. I sell it for a profit. Okay, so now the next, this one will make it red, yes. MRK is in a downtrend, is hibernating or not. It start waking up, but we leave it alone. It's too low for us to do anything with it. I don't sell short. I only buy when it's going up, and I sell it while it's going up. So therefore, when the stock is going down, is in a downtrend, I don't do anything with it. But there is a swing trading strategy that allows you to buy things when they are going down and still make profit. I just don't use that strategy, so I cannot talk about it. NVDA. Interesting. Do you see this? If you see yesterday, you watched yesterday video, by the way, for our swing trading evening daily routine, and for all our swing trading videos, will you please check the playlist swing trading in the description or at the end of the video for more of those brainstorming sessions that we have. Yesterday around noon, when I was placing order, this bar was red. Therefore, I didn't buy NVDA. But by the end of the day, it became green. It closed positive. Okay, so I'm not going to place order for when it open it buys it for us, it will be there for COR. I'm just going to let it do it since it'll go up. We missed that first day. When it start going, when it pull back and start going up, we buy. But do you see this bar here? That is a pivot. I don't know how, like, it's an important bar here that things are going to turn around. I think, I'm not sure, I don't remember the meaning of each one of those price bar, but I know that this and this, they are kind of crucial one to know about. So one things I like to do is go look for this. I don't know if that's doji. I'm not going to say one that I don't know, but I'm going to go to maximum daily chart so that we have landmark here, and we can look for it. That's just for you to see that when you see an important price bar and not knowing what is going to happen, you can just look at the same chart history to see if you can spot it on it somewhere and see what happened after that bar. Thinkorswim has some instructions on them as well, but I'm not going to the setting for that. I'm seeing it's not quite this. That one is a pivot. It's not pivot table I wanted to see, but yeah, is an important one as well. Well, for some reason I'm not seeing it on the, I'm not spotting it elsewhere on it. I'm seeing this. Okay, so I think we can just compare it to this one here. So do you see it? Things turn around, it start going up. So when you have a green with it like that, like a cross type things, I don't know if it's in relation to this or what, but it went up here. But if you have it on top in red, where things about to go south, whether that is the true explanation of it, I have no idea. It's just me saying it based on what I'm looking here. We have another one here as well, and that's just to share it with you that when I see some critical price bar that I know that it means something, I just scroll along the chart to look for that price bar to see what happened after it, and I'll try to look for multiple times that it happened and to see what happened, to see if it goes both ways. Sometimes it might go up, sometimes it might go down. Therefore, I know that, well, it can go south or north or south from here. But I just know that it is a pivotal, it is a, why is the word, it's not pivot table, but it's going to pivot from here. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but let's continue. I know that there's going to be a change, a break in this consecutive pullback. Is going to be a break. It's going to start going up. That's just the way I'm interpreting it. But again, let's wait the next market day to see what will happen. We missed that entry there. We leave it alone. We have already one green bar. We are not going to highlight it. So ROP, analyzing the chart and talking with you takes longer than if I was just doing it quick. And what I'm looking for is that one bar at the end of the chart, just that one bar and the color of it, because I've been analyzing the chart so often that that one bar, the color of it, and the trend line, if it's still going up. RPM, that's all I'm looking for, and then I move to the next. So I do it very quickly. And I don't know, times to times I might try that too. So we have a green here, we have a red here, it has a pullback. That's what I'm looking, and I'm looking at the trend line. It's still going up, even though I'm not tracing it, I can still see it. This low is lower, this low is lower than this low, but it's higher than this low. So I still have my uptrend line, and I have a pullback. Good enough. I'll mark it red. We will buy it if we see the first green bar the next market day. Next time we go to the market to buy stocks. Okay, this we do have our trend going up, and we have a pullback here, so we will mark it red. It reached a high there, even though it went down, so we'll mark it red. You see, we are speeding up the process now. TJX. So TJS is in the green. You see, this bar here is saying something. It's telling me that the price is about to go down. We're about to have a pullback. Why am I saying that? Because it went all the way there, but close here is green. So that means it opened. I don't even think about those things when I'm analyzing the chart, but by talking to you about it, it just allow me to think about it as well. That's why I say when I'm sharing what I know, I'm learning more, because I'm actually posing my reflex and actually trying to explain what is going on. So it opened at the bottom of the bar. You can see the price where I'm putting the bar. It closes there. It didn't go down much, but it went all the way here at some point, but scroll all the way here. So it tells me that there is a lot of buyers. No, there is a lot of sellers, but less buyers. So a lot of sellers, that means the price will go down. Because when you have many people selling something, but not many buying, people will try to compete, will try to lower their prices, give sales, so that they can sell what they brought to the market to sell that day, to be able to, you know, buy bread for their families. I mean, I'm just trying to interpret it here, but so if they drive the price down, in my just my own word though, so it tells me that the next time the market is open, we could have a pullback. We see the opposite of this here. When it went way down, but close higher than it opened. No, close lower than it opened. So it opened here, but close below it. That's what made it red. The price went down that day, but it went very low and was all the way here. So it tells me that many people try to buy it, which drove the price high, but not high enough to go past the price it opened that day. So that means the next day it could happen, and that's what happened. But does that happen all the time? Not necessarily. That's why when you see an important price bar like that, you can just go look for a similar one in the past to see what happened. If it goes south, and sometimes it goes north, but you know that it can go both ways. So which way is going to go, you don't know. That's why I like to see the bar of the day before I make my decision. So this one is going up, we leave it alone. We need to see that pull back, and when it start going up from there, we get in. TMUS. So I'm not making any assumption based on the behavior of buyer and sellers on the market. I'm making decisions based on the color of the price bar. That's kind of weird when I put word to it, but that's pretty much what I'm doing, right? Anyway, so this one is still going up here, so let's just leave it alone. We need to see that pullback first, because we don't want to buy and then it start pulling back. It happened to us before, right? You buy it, you see here, I bought it at the first green bar, and then it start going down. And that's when, if you know about the meaning of price bar, it could help you increase your profit as well. So we have a pullback, and then we saw the first green bar and we got in, but then it pulled back again. That price bar is now like an important price bar for me to work with. I just know that I have a long stick on top compared to the bottom, which means the price went up, but then lower to somewhere you could interpret and say that means it can continue to go down. But not necessarily. It can happen. It may not happen. I got in and waited and sold it for the profit. So for this one, we have, okay, so it's going up, we leave it alone. We need to see that pullback. When it start going up, we get in. TRY, I believe TRY, we don't want to trade anything. TRY is in a downturn. Yeah, we leave it alone. URY, we have, let's see, we have a green there, but we still have our uptrend line going on. So we have a pullback, we will mark it red. You see, we have a pullback yesterday, but we still have our trend line going on. Let's extend this one, paying attention to the lows that we thought we fit, and keep it there. But we do have an uptrend going on here, probably a short one. And I'm just touching the bottom of the price bar, and I need two to trace. You can see we have this one, it fell off of it, and then start another one, but it's not coming down to this yet. And it could happen because it happened few times, so that means it tends to come back to it. Try here, but didn't go that down. So that's something to keep in mind. So having 1 year time frame on your screen gives you that perspective that you can actually look at what is going on within that year. If maximum daily chart is just too small for you to work with, 1 year daily chart is good. So this one pullback, we will mark it red. If we start going up from there, we will buy and hope for that to continue going up. So V, we have a green yesterday, okay, and we sold it. So we will wait. Do you see, I talk about this instance, we have a pullback and then we start going up. If we didn't buy it before, here will be a day for us to buy, and that is the day that it reached a new high, and I will have purchased it if I didn't have it in the portfolio. But I have it in the portfolio, then it was a day for me to sell it for a profit, and I'm not going to turn around and rebuy it that day. So we just have to wait for that to continue its route and pull back and start going up, and then we get in. VRTX, is in a downturn here. We leave it alone for now. WM, let's see, WM is the last one that we don't have in the portfolio. WM has a pullback. Let's see, we have our uptrend line going on. You see, when I'm putting my mouse at the bottom of the mountain, the valley. Each time we have a higher low, so we still have our uptrend going, and we have a pullback there. So if it start going up from there, we'll get in. Even though it reached a new high there, I will call it a pullback because it ended at a price lower than it opened that day. So we have a pullback. We will mark it red on our list. And that is how we analyze the chart to pick stocks for swing trading. So let's see the stocks we pick for the next for swing trading. Next time the stock market open, we have WM, that will be 1, 2. The one that are red are the one we pick, so we have 2 so far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. SD is 8. 9, 10 for cats. We pick 10 stocks for swing trading. Out of those 10 stocks, when the market is open and we analyze the chart, if we do not see that first green bar of the day, for some of them, we are not going to buy those. Thank you so much for watching. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments. We thank you very much all that subscribe to our channel. On our channel, I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and in our sub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways you can save money and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just know that when you are trading stocks, you are investing in stocks is risky. Therefore, start small, and it is not a get rich quick type of thing. Start small, use cautious, and go from there to fine tune your swing trading strategy. Thank you.